All right, welcome back. We've covered a lot of stuff so far. We've learned how to write drum beats. We've learned how to write melodies. We've learned how to change them from being eighth notes to 16th notes. We learned how to write in minor. So today, I'm going to cover something we haven't talked about yet. How to write not just melody, one note at a time, but we're going to cover harmony, where you have the melody and then use extra notes to go with it to make it even more special. So I went in, I changed it to 16th notes, and we're going to throw down a quick drum beat. Pretty standard beat. And this part of the beginning is kind of similar to what we did before, but you can reuse a drum beat. You can reuse ideas. Think about it. When people write books, can they only use a word once? They can use the same ideas. If they can make a movie, make a sequel, use the same characters, you can use the same drum beat for different songs. So we'll start with this. Let's see how it goes. All right, so that works. Pretty easy. We're going to go back and we're going to practice going to minor again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our first note. So before we add a harmony, before we add the second note on top, we're going to do a full melody, and then we're going to go back and do a harmony with it. So we'll make that one measure rhythm, and then we'll change the notes. We'll start at Do, we'll travel to Re, then we'll go to Me, and we'll start our trip back early. So let's see how that sounds. That works. So, when you're doing a harmony, you have to find notes that will get along really well. And I like to think of it as people living on a street. You've got your neighbors on either side, then you have people who live next to them and next to them going down the street. I like to think of it like neighbors. So you have your house. Let's say your house is Do, right? That's home. And then say the people next door. Now, you don't always get along with your neighbors very well. Sometimes you have arguments about, you messed up my fence, you put your garbage cans out, they're on my side of the line, your dog made a mess in my yard. Neighbors don't always get along, so let's listen to how neighbors sound. Doesn't work very well, does it? That doesn't work. We can't use neighbors. Next door neighbors. That's not very good. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all the next door neighbors. So yeah, next door neighbors don't get along. What you do is you go one door down. These are the people who still live in your neighborhood. You still think about the same sports teams and stuff. Maybe you go over to their house and, hang out. But you don't have that shared yard. You don't get as many arguments because you don't live right next door. Ooh, there we go. And that works. So you can use your next door neighbors and go one door down. Remember, next door neighbors don't get along. You have to go one door down. That's like the golden rule of writing harmonies. So even I could change this up. I could remove this part in the middle. I'll keep that first measure. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go the other way. I've always gone up. Now we're going to try going down. Does it work if I go down? So we start at G. We've done Do, Te, Le. So let's go up. Next door neighbor, one door down. Next door neighbor, one door down. How does this work? All right. And that works out, right? Because we went one door down. So always start on your melody note Go 1, 2. Got a little bit of space there, right? All right. Well, as usual, don't forget to save. Copy your link, save your work, leave it as a comment on this video, and thank you for watching.